of the channel. Welcome to the program, Mr. Johnson.
I'm very happy to be in your studio today. Thank you very much, Mr. Pelenah.
Okay. Tell us more about your school, the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School. Why CHINA-LIBERIA in the first place?
Well, first and foremost, we want to extend our thanks to the Almighty God who had brought this fight. The name CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School came about through the intervention of His Excellency Randian Shant, former ambassador of the People's Republic of China. When an appeal was made to him, the school was at the brink of total collapse, where we solicited assistance from the more than 100 personalities, but we could not get. And so there was the starting of us connecting with the Chinese embassy to help us have our school renovated from the onset.
So, how did it go after you get in touch with the embassy?
Okay, after we got in touch with the embassy and they saw the conditions of the Liberian children, that area, and so the embassy was able to fund the renovation of the school, petition of the school building 10 classroom. The embassy was able to do a lot of things that today has modernized the school. And we as a school, we informed the embassy that after the renovation of this institution, we are going to name the school CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School, which was wholeheartedly embraced by the embassy. And today, that's how come the school is referred to as CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School. But it was firstly called Start Foundation School. So after the tremendous work of the embassy, the building was at the brink of total collapse. We asked thousands of people, we could not get help. So we're looking for a good friend. And according to the Chinese and some of our songs being sung by the students of CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School, we found a good friend. And they are the one with us now.
And talking about CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship and you being running the school, tell us more about, some of the things that you are engaged with, some of the programs, because something must attract, the Chinese government to your school. I know they've helped you to renovate the school, but after that, what has been, the program, that will attract interest from China?
Thank you very much. Firstly, we are very much focused as professional people. And so our academic programs are very accurate. We employ the qualified. And so when we got connected to the Chinese embassy and they begin to see our effort, especially when we requested the embassy that we want to learn the Chinese language. And we read from the embassy, informed the Confucius Institute, University of Liberia, to provide our teachers. And so when we begin to learn the Chinese language, our students, even our teachers, with other extracurricular activities attached. And so the embassy saw that we are serious people and they can be our friend and we can be their friends.
Okay, so talking about that, how has it been since you introduced Chinese language as part of your curriculum? What has been the reaction from the students, who are being put through their paces as far as the Chinese language is concerned?
Very good. We want to thank God for the Confucius Institute, the University of Liberia, the director and co-director, the instructors that at our school currently. They are very much trained. They are master degree holders. And so per their techniques, the students are very fast, they are very smart. If I would have brought some of them here today, you have seen some of the demonstration of our students in songs from the Chinese, in conversation. So it has encouraged the embassy. Even the teachers, they have admitted that there are other schools that they are teaching the Chinese language. But to see our students very curious, focused, and smart, they are so happy. Even today was their Chinese language second mic and period test. And they had a lot of gifts from the teacher because he was so happy. He's called Victor Wulu, or we call him Sean Lao Xie, according to the Chinese protocol. And so that's how being the children are very encouraged. They are working, they are learning the Chinese language. So we believe in God that in a not too distant future, there will be some opportunity provided them by the embassy.
There where I was going in terms of the level of cooperation between the Chinese embassy and your school. In fact, how long has this cooperation been ongoing, and what have been the key benefits since you started these engagements with the Embassy of the People's Republic of China?
There have been a lot of benefits since this cooperation started. The embassy has provided a lot of assistance that have changed dramatically the school, that if you go on the campus now, you will see for yourself. The embassy, from the onset after the renovation project, the first anniversary that we served was this by school year. The embassy was able to provide 50 desks, 50 armchairs, was able to provide $2,000 to modernize the school's bathroom. When you enter there, you just think that you're in a different country. Yeah, it's so astonishing that when you go on our campus now, just recently, His Excellency Han Xiaowon, the present ambassador, just provided the school with a brand new desktop computer, laptop. He just provided a printer. He just provided the what we call the whiteboard, few pieces that we use in the Chinese class. There are many other things the embassy is just doing for the school that the students, the parents, they are still gearing and encouraging and praying that the embassy will continue to do.
And have you had the opportunity maybe to see some exchange programs taking place with your school, like students, leaving from here going to China? And how long has your cooperation been ongoing with the Chinese embassy?
Our cooperation has been for some 4 or 5 years with the embassy. And currently, there's no program yet for the school because for 2 years, academic year, the Chinese language has been introduced there. So we have not had programs for exchange like our students go to China. But like I said, from the onset when we were chatting, I told you that currently we have some of our teachers at the Confucius Institute, University of Liberia. And in Liberia, when they have national, international programs, we are invited as a school, as administrator, to participate and witness. So all of the programs are unfolding with the presence of the ambassador, the Confucius Institute, the director and co-director, always part and parcel of the program. That's the first thing the ambassador has been introducing me to. So for our students, we are praying in a not too distant future, based on the academic performances that will be unfolding. We have the convention that will not too far from now. Some of our students will be traveling over there, will be making requests. Even our teachers here that are attending the Confucius Institute will ask the ambassador, even say, do assistant here that those teachers are from our school that we've sent the Confucius Institute. If they go and graduate, they will be able to come back and teach in the school instead of these master degrees holders, that come into our place, and they have to go to the University of Liberia or other university. Then we will help them when we shall have sent our teachers, to China to further their studies.
Tell us more about your school, about the historicity of the school, and what do you think? What is the quality that you have that set you apart from other schools that will, attract parents wanting to send their children to the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School?
Well, we are very key when it comes to academic excellence. We do not just employ teachers. We must see your credential. Even if you bring in your credential during the time of teaching, we make sure that we monitor you while the VPR is monitoring you. It behooves me, as the president and principal of the school, to monitor. And so if we see that you are not capable, despite you brought the credential, you are not capable, we have you out. I can just give you a typical example. Just within the 2-3 days, we hired a junior high teacher, and within a week, we told him to just do the review because the notes were already given. And he holds, according to his credential, I'm not going to call the institution's name, but he holds an associate degree. And so this guy cannot prepare tests. This guy doesn't know what we call the teacher-made tests, the categories, how to prepare them, how to allot points. And today we did not waste time with him. We gave him tests. He described the test. He wrote the test more than 4-5 times. So we don't joke over there. So it's set apart from people. So to just run a CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School to say, I want to teach, you could go and forge documents. You could go to other places and bring document. We could see the document. We now have the time allotted to be going to those schools. But when we monitor you and you are not fit, because that's the people's children, that's the nation's children, the Chinese government is concerned about the quality of education there. So we're not going to waste time with you. We'll make sure that we replace you. That's make us to be absolutely different from other schools. Thank you.
Okay, so thanks so much for that update. Let's bring you this development coming in now on the program, where President Xi Jinping, the General Secretary of the Communist Party of China and Central Committee and Chinese President, said on Tuesday that joint efforts, in fact, he just concluded his trip to Vietnam, where they said the China and Vietnam ties will enter a new stage of greater political mutual trusts, more solid security cooperation, deeper mutually beneficial cooperation, stronger popular support, closer multilateral coordination, and better handling of differences. During his meeting with General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam, Central Committee, Nguyen Phu Trong, Xi also said that the cause of the socialist construction in China and Vietnam will advance steadily and make new contributions to the stability, development, and prosperity of the region and the world at large. Xi said China always sees ties with Vietnam from a strategic long-term perspective and regards its relations with Vietnam as a priority in its neighborhood diplomacy. President Xi said he is ready to announce withdrawn the new positioning of relations between the two parties and two countries to build a China-Vietnam community with a shared future that carries strategic significance on the basis of deepening the comprehensive strategic cooperation and cooperative partnership between the two sides. During the talks, the Chinese leader also said China firmly supports Vietnam's cause of socialist construction. This story is from Xinhua News Agency, Chinese leading news firm. This is the Channel Hour right here on ELBC Radio 99.9 FM. We have in studio Mr. Isaiah Johnson, the president of the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School along the Somalia Drive, to be specific, in Battery Factory. Tell us about the school. I was asking you, is it a junior high school or high school or primary school? What is it? And how do you do your admission, with this level of involvement from the Chinese embassy? Maybe people will think that it's difficult to enroll there because of your international connections and all that.
Okay, it's not difficult to enroll there, and currently the school is a semi-high school.
Meaning what?
Meaning that our profession stops to 10th grade. So that makes it a semi-high school. And so to enroll at our school, it's not difficult. You pick up your admission form, you bring in your credentials, what we call your report card, your transcript, and the appropriate administrators will peruse them. You write your entrance. If you pass the entrance, your name will be placed on the bulletin. And of course, you become one of the students of our school. That's just the process. But more besides, for the Chinese language that we have put more emphasis on, is absolutely free of charge. In fact, every semester we've given stationaries, we've given notebooks by the Confucius Institute, University of Liberia. So you come to our school at the time the Chinese language teacher is teaching, which is 11 to 12. He had 2 hours there. And so just come there Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday if you want to participate in the Chinese language. You don't have to pay a cent. You don't have to bring a pen. You don't have to bring copybook, nothing. The school provides these things for you. So that's how we have our students enrolled in both the academic and the Chinese language.
How many students do you have currently on your books?
And currently, we have 300 plus students.
Okay, let's look at your views about China-Liberia relations. What do you know about the two country relations, and how do you think the relationship between China and Liberia should be approached in the coming months and years?
Okay, we've read and we know very much that the China-Liberia friendship, the bilateral cultural relationship, has existed for years, and we've seen the dividend from the People's Republic of China. We've seen the contributions, both economic, academic. We see the Chinese school at Pelenah. We've seen the work being done here by China at ELBC. We've seen the Tapetat Hospital. With reading, with perusing, to understand the contribution of China. So if we see this relationship, China say they are our friends, we can wholeheartedly say that we will work along with China, to continue this relationship for the benefit of the Liberian people. And we want to bless God for the both government interaction, the bilateral relationship, the cordial relationship. Because had it not been this cordial relationship, today we would have had China-Liberia Friendship School within the Republic of Liberia. When you go on our campus, it's only the institution that you see the Chinese flag. You go down our campus now, it's only institution, you see all the Chinese things that will represent China. So I think it is good. We want to wholeheartedly welcome the Chinese embassy, the People's Republic of China, and our Liberian. We want to ask them to continue to appreciate them. That is the best thing we can do, that they can do more for us. So when it comes to the relationship of China and Liberia, I think it's cordial. I think it's good. That is why today the Liberian students, the Liberian children are benefiting from China.
If you were to advise maybe the government of Liberia, what would you say to them in terms of seeking new avenues for enhanced bilateral cooperation between the People's Republic of China and the government of Liberia? What do you think should be that new approach that will breathe fresh air in our bilateral engagement with China?
Firstly, we have to look at the onset of how this bilateral relationship came about, and we must hold firm to the one China policy, and so that as people developmental who have come, who have joined us as Liberian, as government, that they cannot be disheartening when it comes to investing. So I can ask our government, I can ask the people of Liberia that we restrict ourselves to the one China policy, and that whatsoever that we feel that can be good for the Liberian people, we can ask the embassy here to help the government in whatsoever way that benefit can be us as of Liberia.
Okay, so we're going to be discussing more about that. But in the meantime, you can get involved now and ask your questions to our studio guest. The number to call is 0880-514-096, 0880-514-096. Call us and have your say on the program. This is the channel now on the UBC Radio 99.9 FM. Our guest in studio is Mr. Isaiah Y. Johnson, the president of CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School along the Somalia Drive, speaking about his school and his school's involvement with the Chinese embassy and the government of the People's Republic of China, and how that relationship is impacting the students who are going through the paces at the school there along the Somalia Drive. 080-510-096, or alternatively you can call me on 077-588-547. 077-588-547. There are other developments, notification popping up from Xinhua News Agency on the president of China that will be giving you during the course of the program. But in the meantime, we invite your comments. Maybe you want to get information as to how to enroll at the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School, an institution that is making positive impact in the lives of children, in the lives of Liberian students, providing opportunity to learn foreign language. It's very expensive, if you go abroad to learn foreign language. And I can always tell people it's important to learn Chinese, because you have a language that is spoken by 1.4 billion people, or probably more, because a lot of people in Asia, like we indicated not too long, Vietnam and other countries in Asia, they speak Chinese. And Chinese is gradually becoming that formal medium of communication as far as business deals are concerned between Africa and Asia. And if you can master the art, that could play in your favor. Let's talk to our first caller on the line. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening to you on FBS.
Okay, you are live on the radio.
Thank you for the program. It's wonderful Wednesday evening. My name is Mohammed M. Kanenchion. I'm on live, right?
Yeah, go ahead. You are live on the program.
Thank you. My name is Mohammed M. Kanenchion, and I speak to you from District 16, Montreal County, Pacific by Sacramento, Black American School in Buyane. Let me applaud you for your analysis, my Bello. Okay, I want to know from the institution that you are highlighting on, whether there is a rule there or to host our disabled or physically challenged vision therapy person, maybe to be able interested in learning the Chinese language.
Okay.
You get me clear, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Your points are clear. Thanks ever so much for your contribution to the program. 0880-514, that's 514-096, 0880-514-096, or 0777-588-507. Call us and have your say right here on the program. The studio guest will be, making a comment on that point that you just raised about granting access to people who are physically challenged and who are visually impaired, as to whether they could get a chance, to study Chinese language at the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School. Do you, that brings me to that question. Do you offer the Chinese language separately from the rest of the school requirement for maybe junior high and senior high? How is it like? Because he's asking specifically, how do they benefit from this foreign language, especially Chinese?
Okay, as per the arrangements from the Confucius Institute, University of Liberia, the Chinese language is being taught from grade 5 to 10. And days are Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. So the hours from 11 to 2. So anyone not within the institution, like the caller was asking, just come on time. You can be in the first grade, you can be in the K2, but once you're willing to learn and you are not within the school, you can come on time by 11 and pick up your pencil, pick up your pen, pick up your copy books, and you get in the class for the 2 hours. After the 2 hours, the Chinese language teacher is through and he goes out.
How many students do you get coming for basically the Chinese language courses?
Okay, like I said, currently it's been at the range from grade 5 to 10. So currently, when you look within the neighborhood of the number of students that we have about 60 to 70 learning the Chinese language from that range.
That's a significant number. And what is the level that you're pushing? At the maybe junior high and senior high, what level of Chinese are they learning there? And maybe after learning the Chinese, what next? What do you do? Do you certificate them? Are they evaluated and proven that they are proficient in Chinese language? What is it that you do, with people who are completing these courses?
Oh, well, the Chinese language program is not actually within our purview as administrators. We get the arrangement from the Confucius Institute.
Okay.
And so, like I said from the onset, it's been 2 academic years. They've started teaching like you're teaching from the beginners, where you want to know the fundamental parts, everything here and there. But actually, they have not structured anything here to say if you make maybe 2, 3, 4 years in this category, you'll be certificated. We are wait to see that or to hear that, but paired our.
So they are just teaching for now basic Chinese, no major testing to know whether you are maybe like the HSK1, HSK2.
That's right. That is being done at the Confucius Institute for now.
Okay.
Like some of our teachers that are attending there, they are doing that. HSK, my son is one of the person currently there, is very smart there. These are the things that they do there that we hear there when they go there. For us, it's just like the ni hao, share,
the normal conversation,
yeah, with songs, with some other things.
Okay, so but if you walk in, for example, we are in a new, like we in a Chinese class. You walk in. How do you greet your students, and what sort of response do you expect from them? Let's go to a little bit of Chinese now.
Okay, Mr. Pelenah,
You
well,
are the Laoshi. You are the teacher. You are the master. You walk in your class, and how do you get around with your students? How do you start the day?
well, when you enter the class, I'm not a Chinese teacher. Let's get that clear.
Have you participated in some of the trainings?
Oh, well, when they're in their class, because I want to make sure that they are focused there.
Oh, okay.
So I usually go and sit, but because of administrative work, sometimes I will not be expected. For last school year, really, I was punctual.
But
Yeah.
I expect you to know a little bit of Chinese.
So that's why I say I just told you ni hao.
Okay.
And I to you just here.
Ni hao ma.
Ni hao ma. That's you know, the same greeting where we say is in the plural form. You know, so I go there to grab some concept. I myself want to learn it, but because of administrative work here and there, but we can say some, you know, where we say good morning, where we say good evening. These are the ones basically we've been running after as administrator. But the kids, the children, they've gone in depth. So sometimes if God helps, it's arranged here. We could bring few of them.
Yeah, I would have loved for the kids to be here so that they can have that demonstration of some of the things that they're learning there. But they are not here now, and unfortunately, you are not too much involved in Chinese because I was prepared now to unleash my Chinese skills.
I beg you don't do that.
Probably we're going to keep it for another time because ni hao ma.
Yeah, when you say ni hao ma is how are you?
How are you?
How are you? Ni hao ma.
Wo hen hao.
Okay.
Nina, I'm fine, and you?
Okay, so that's it.
Then you respond by saying wo ye hen hao.
Yes.
I'm also fine.
Good.
As I ask you, ni Zhao Shama Minzi.
Okay.
What is your name?
Yeah.
Then you respond, Wada Minzi Fulan Sisi. My name is Francis.
That's what the students are doing there.
Yeah. I hope maybe I can visit there so that we can have that experience.
We will do that. We'll do that, Pelenah. We'll do that.
Because as a return, scholar who has passed HSK 1, I think it's important that we meet people who are studying Chinese so that we can exercise, some of those skills, the little skills that we pick up there, studying in the People's Republic of China. But we're still inviting your calls here on the program. Let's go to the line. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you're live on the program. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Pelenah, good evening to you once again.
Yes, you are live on the program. Go ahead.
Okay, I think I follow the show. This is scanning from Glass of 2016. I want to call to ask the question pertaining to the enrollment for person with disability, the special challenge, between person that choose to learn the language program from the institution. Okay, and I was there to see doing like I said, I don't know from 5th grade up to 10th grade. Okay, and I think it is question on 1 or 2 points also too. Okay, but the question I ask you, I want for you to put a question to your panelists or to your guests. Okay, or the chance is there because we have most of our disabled, our physical challenge, brother and sisters. Some of them they are still alive in learning their different country language and program like that. So I want to know what are the
Okay.
is there for some of us. That's my question there to a guest.
Okay, thanks ever so much for your contribution to the program. I think you heard him. Do you have space? Okay, let's take another caller. Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Pelenah.
Yes, you are live on the program. Your name and where you calling us from?
My name is Isaiah J. Johnson Jr. I phoned in from Patrick Factory. Good evening, Mr. Johnson.
Good evening.
Mr. Pelenah, to stress ourselves in the Chinese language. I am a student of the Confucius Institute. I just completed my, I think, HSK 1.
I mean,
So
I know your level. Don't gonna give me out on you.
No, I love to really speak. I wish I would be Chinese.
Yeah, yes. So keep on the practice. Keep on the practice. Oh, what that means? Fulan, Sisi. You know, I love the way the Chinese can come and in Fulan, Sisi. Just to say, for instance, they have to drag it and make it more romantic in the first place.
Yeah. So what are Zhongli your is contour?
Shema?
What are Zhongli your is contour?
No.
I'm just saying that I work at the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we are also helping our kids. Like the president said, everything has been done in order to stretching the Chinese language, and also it has other open doors opportunities. The language is like giving an explosion in life. Yeah, because when you learn the language, it opens up communication doors between you and your friend who is the Chinese national. So I just called this evening to add my voice to the president of the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School voice that the door is open to those that want to come and learn the Chinese language. And one thing is free, but then you should come with value, you should come with some seriousness, and then we will be there to guide you in the process, and then we see how best we can also help you.
Yeah, and let me salute you for the work that you guys are doing, and we pray that you will continue to be patient with the students and put them through the paces, so that, because learning foreign language is advantageous, it puts you in a position to be able to interact in difficult circumstances. That when you think that you are going to get stuck, because you learn a foreign language, you make an attempt to speak it, and then within the twinkle of an eye, you see things happening the way that you didn't expect. So I appreciate that of you guys, and let's hope that you'll continue. Megwensi. It doesn't matter. Megwensi. Bye bye. Okay. I think the bear is trying to reawaken my vocabulary. Megwansi, it doesn't matter, or no problem, or maybe you will say, well, you are welcome. Like somebody said, thank you. Say, okay, Michelle, or Megwansi. But I love the fact that Liberians are taking interest in Chinese language. It's important. I always telling people, because if you look around us here, most of the business people, what do they go to get their goods? They go to China. They go Guangzhou and the major cities, commercial cities, to get their goods. And learning the Chinese language puts you in an advantageous position to be able to bargain. Because if you speak the same language as the Chinese, you stand a chance to get a fair market price compared to someone who doesn't speak the language. We are not saying that the Chinese can do pick and choose, but hey, it's common. It's a normal thing that you speak the same way I speak. I tend to pay more attention to you than someone who is entirely, up to a different level. So keep your calls coming in on 0777-588-547 or 080-514-096. We have Mr. Johnson here in studio. Azaiwa Johnson is the president of the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School. On the program today, we're discussing the school, we're discussing CHINA-LIBERIA relations, and all things China. Let's talk to this caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, you are live on the program.
Yeah, my name is Jerry Picola, and I call you from Bangapong County.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to your studio guest. I had a question for him.
Mm.
I want to know if there's anything for them to explain to rural counties. So, at the beginning of the show, I've been following the show. Actually, I've been interested. Well, how do I know? Get there.
I mean, they may run a small little school, the Chinese embassy, just put it on them. So you want for them to go all the way in Banga. I think it will be part of the long-term plan. But you will respond to that.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks ever so much. 0880514096 0777-588-547. Call us and have your say right here. You can ask the questions to our studio guest, Mr. Isaiah Y. Johnson, the president of the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School. The previous caller, raised an issue about access for people with disability. How do you address yourself to that?
Yes, we've said it over and again that people with disability, as long as you have the opportunity to come on the campus at the precise time that I'm mentioning, you will learn. You have the opportunity. You will sit in class. You will get the materials. We just want good behavior. You're not paying a cent, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So when it is Monday, you can make your way to the campus. 11 o'clock, you get into your class, you learn. Wednesday, you do the same. Friday, you do the same. That's just a simple way there.
So you combine the regular students and others who are not in the school but have interest in the Chinese language.
Yes, from the onset, when we have gotten people who are interested, maybe like the group, the person that's just speaking, then what we would do is that we have to, like we said from the onset, this entire program is being arranged by the Chinese Embassy and the Confucius Institute. So then we can put a forth to them if as to whether those are the people that will be coming, we can arrange a specific class for them. Then the students, I think they can be able to give us that information. But for now, I cannot give any information to say we have a separate class. But as a beginner, if we all can start fine. But like this information we're gathering, I think within a few days, we have it given to the Chinese language instructors that these are the courses that are coming, these are the interests that are coming. What do we do? Then the next time I will appear on ELBC, I will be able to give that information that it's a separate class. But now I cannot say it here, under this.
Maybe you will see student population growing as a result of the program. Yes, good evening. You are live at the program. Go ahead. Your name, where are you calling us from?
Thank you. My name is Jimmy Munte, and I call from Ponga Station number 2.
Go ahead.
I want to know if there are only people that are in high school that say that flat Chinese, or for all high school they doing it. They are allowed to.
You want to know if it's only people who are in high school or people who have graduated?
Yeah,
now said they are working in collaboration with the Confucius Institute at the University of Liberia, which is also a free school. I think it's off the line. Which is also a free school, but you'll provide more information. 0880-514-096, 0880-514-096, 0886-588-547, 0777-588-547. This is Channel Hour right here on ELBC 99.9 FM. We have in studio Mr. Isaiah Johnson, president of CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School. Now we trying to wrap up, Mr. Johnson. Liberia and China have been friends for a very long time, dating back as far as the 70s. But they have been up and down, one government come, they switch to, other countries, another government come, they re-establish relations with China. What do you think should be the new approach now, so that when we set our eyes on China, we remain with China and push for the development that we need from China?
Okay, like I told you previously that the first and foremost thing that we need to do as a people, as a government, is to focus on the one China policy. And so if we can focus on that, then we will not embarrass ourselves, because we need the development, we need the opportunity, we need the education, we need, the economic system to boom. And so if we get at this stage and we say we want to change this policy because we as a government, we've come as a new government, we are going so, it's not going to work fine for the Liberians, because anything that is happening now is happening for the Liberian, not just happening for a person or for a government, because a government is there for the people. So once you back off or once you get another policy, it means that the benefit that the Liberians supposed to get, they won't get it because of you.
Okay, I think you're coming. Let's talk to this caller. Hello?
Yes, hello?
Yes, you're live on the program. Your name and where you calling us from?
Alison Nyebe Law is my name, and I call from ELWA Junction.
Go ahead, Alison.
Yeah, I thank you all for the program. I'm interested. I really want to learn the Chinese language. But I want to ask two questions. My first question is this. If you are in different university, you can go to the University of Liberia also to learn the Chinese language.
Okay.
And the second question is this: which campus? It is me campus or send us to Mumbai, please?
All right, I'm sure he's going to provide information, but let me tell you that the Confucius Institute is absolutely free. I think one of the major requirement is that you should be at least a high school graduate, to be able to enroll at the Confucius Institute. You don't necessarily have to have a first degree. Once you are a high school graduate and you have your documents, you can enroll, because at the end of the day, you will be certificated or awarded diploma or even given a degree in Chinese language. But you have to go through the process. So you have to be a high school graduate. But he's here representing the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School. They are working in collaboration with the Confucius Institute at the level of the University of Liberia to provide training for some of their teachers. And some teachers from the Confucius Institute are also assisting the school to bring their students up to speed as far as the Chinese language is concerned, with support from the Embassy of the People's Republic of China. It's 5 minutes up to 7 o'clock. 7 is the news, so we have to take leave of you now. I'm afraid we are not going to take any further calls. So, Mr. Johnson, let's get parting comments from you before we close the program.
All right, my parting comment will be firstly to extend thanks and appreciation to the Chinese Embassy, the Kan people of the People's Republic of China, for the level of assistance, the level of development being given Liberia. CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School is of no exception. And I want to encourage Liberians, like one of the callers that call was speaking Chinese to Mr. Pele. He's just from the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School. So we allow him to go to the Confucius Institute. So we can ask any other person, anyone that willing to learn. There are a lot of benefits. Like I sit here, if I'm prepared, I can do the same. So I want to ask the Liberians, the young ones, you don't have to be out of high school. You don't have to be, a college person. You can still learn the Chinese language. If you are a high school, you don't have to come to CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School. You just go at the Confucius Institute. That's just the process there. But we are so glad, we are so overwhelmed as to what the Chinese Embassy is doing at the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School. If you go at this school now, you will see what is unfolding. You will see on Facebook what we're going to be doing tonight. So I say thank you to the Embassy for providing CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School this talk show. And we hope that we will continue to encourage our friends, our schools, But the last thing I can say to anyone, what connected us, we said God first, but honesty. The Chinese embassy has spent thousands of dollars. They don't ask me for receipt. But the development that is unfolding there, they know what I'm doing there. So anyone that connected with international organization or country, be honest, be faithful, then your way will open. That is what happened at the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School. I said thank you so much. I said thank you to the Chinese embassy.
And of course, that's what China is all about, providing opportunities for the ordinary. China doesn't look at the bigger guys, the bigger schools. They go down to the community level, supporting schools just like the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School in Battery Factory along the Somalia Drive. Hey, tell me, no other country can do that. It has to be the People's Republic of China, a country that is so much concerned about the interests of the people, the country that does nothing but to do good for the people. The People's Republic of China, of course, brought you this program on ELBC Radio 99.9 FM. This is the third edition of the program. My name is Francis Pelenah, saying thanks for listening, and thanks to Isaiah Y. Johnson, the president of the CHINA-LIBERIA Friendship School, for being our guest. Another edition of the program comes on your radio next week on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Until that time, do have a pleasant evening from Painesville.